All right, welcome back. If you think you've got a handle on AI just because you've used a chatbot, you might want to buckle up. We are on the verge of a massive shift in what artificial intelligence can do. We're moving way beyond systems that just answer our questions to ones that actually take action. This is the dawn of what's being called the Agentic enterprise.
So let's just kick things off with this question, because it's a big one. What if your AI could do more than just find information for you? What if it could actually, take action on your behalf? Really manage tasks from the very beginning to the very end. This is the core idea we're digging into.
You see, for the past few years, we've gotten really used to AI assistants. And they're fantastic, right? They're like these amazing co-pilots that help us get stuff done, they find data, they help draft emails, but we're always the ones in the driver's seat. Well, AI agents are the next evolution. They don't just help you, they act for you. You give them a goal, and they figure out how to get there on their own. It's a huge difference. We're talking about moving from a tool that we have to guide to a partner we can actually delegate to.
Okay, so this jump from just assisting to actually doing, that is a massive leap. So to really get our heads around this, let's get down to basics and put a clear definition on it. What exactly is an AI agent?
Okay, so let's unpack that a little. An AI agent is a system that can autonomously perform tasks by designing its own workflow. And you got to focus on those two parts right there, autonomously and designing its own workflow. This isn't about the AI just following some pre-written script. No, this is about the AI looking at a goal and figuring out all the steps it needs to take to get there, all by itself.
And that autonomy is what gives it this incredible set of capabilities. An agent doesn't just understand language, it's a problem solver, it's a decision maker. It can interact with other websites, other software, and most importantly, it can actually execute actions out there in the digital world. These are the real building blocks of its independence.
All right, so we know what an agent is, but how does it actually, think? Let's pop the hood for a second and take a look at the engine room. Turns out there's this core process, almost like a mental cycle, that every single agent follows to get from a goal to a finished task.
You're looking at what's called the agentic cycle. It's this continuous loop of intelligence. Let's make it real. Imagine you tell it, find me the best flight to London next Tuesday. Okay, step 1. It perceives its environment. That means it's checking your calendar for conflicts and scanning a bunch of airline websites. Step 2. It processes all that info and decides on the best flight based on, say, price and your schedule. Step 3. It executes an action. It books the ticket and drops it right into your calendar. And finally, step 4, and this is so important, it learns. If you end up canceling that flight later, it remembers that, and it uses that information to make a better choice next time.
Look, if you need a really simple way to think about it, here's the best analogy I've heard. Your current AI assistant. It's like having a brilliant researcher. You ask it for something, and it comes back with a perfectly researched document. Fantastic. But an AI agent? That's more like an autonomous project manager. You give it a high-level goal, like launch this new product, and it becomes the one coordinating everything, drafting the marketing emails, pinging the sales team, and scheduling all the social media posts.
Okay, so the theory is cool and all, right? But where this gets really exciting is when we see it in practice. This isn't just some abstract idea, it's a tool that's already being put to use. So how are businesses actually putting these agents to work?
And this right here, this just scratches the surface. Just think about customer service for a second. An agent could see a shipping delay is about to happen and proactively reroute a package before the customer even knows there's a problem. Or in HR, it could handle the entire onboarding process for a new employee. In every single one of these cases, the idea is the same. You're shifting from reactive help to proactive, autonomous execution.
And look, this isn't just about making things a little more efficient. We're talking about the bottom line. This title from an IBM report just nails it. The conversation is shifting from AI projects to profits. Companies are done with just doing little experiments. They're looking for real, sustainable financial returns. And agentic AI is being seen as the way to get there.
And really, that's what this all boils down to. This is the end game. It's about moving past these small, isolated AI pilot programs and heading toward a full enterprise-wide transformation. It's about weaving these autonomous agents into the very fabric of how a company operates. This is the agentic enterprise, a business where agents are driving productivity and innovation, and you can actually measure the return on that investment.
But believe it or not, we are just scratching the surface here. This technology is still so new, and the vision for where it's all going is incredibly ambitious. So let's wrap things up by looking at what's coming next on the horizon. So think back to our project manager analogy. If one agent is like an autonomous project manager, what's next?
Well, an entire team of them. That's the idea behind multi-agent systems. You could have specialized agents for sales, for logistics, for customer support, and they would all work together, collaborating on huge company-wide goals. It's a pretty mind-blowing vision for what the future of work could look like.
Now we have to talk about something that is absolutely critical here. When you give AI this much power, this much autonomy, it comes with a huge responsibility. For any of this to become a reality, strong AI governance isn't just a nice to have, it is essential. We're talking about building clear processes, strict standards, and solid guardrails from the very beginning to make sure these agents are operating safely, ethically, and always in line with what we, the humans, want them to do.
And that really is the thought I want to leave you with. This isn't some far-off sci-fi idea anymore. The tech is moving incredibly fast, and the business case is becoming undeniable. So the question really isn't if this is going to change things, but when. So yeah, your personal AI agent is on its way. The real question is, are you ready for it?